Okay, wow. That was a good morning wake-up call.
Hi, Doug.
Okay, wow. Let me get in there. I'm going to keep you guys muted for a little while, please. That was a good morning wake-up call.
Hi, Doug.
Okay, wow. Let me get in there. I'm going to keep you guys muted for a little while, please. That was a good This is so weird because I'm still hearing them on Zoom through this headset, even though they're all muted. This is so weird because I shouldn't be hearing them on Zoom through this headset. The headset still hears even though the people on Zoom when all of their microphones are muted. Or wait a minute. Maybe I'm hearing it because I have it muted somewhere. People on Zoom when all of them here. Nope, that was my fault. After all this checklist stuff, I have all these check marks. And then it crashes. All right. Hi. I hear that you can't hear me. So, oh, there. I was muted. Okay, so can Zoom hear me now? Jeff, can you hear me now? Yeah. All right. So I think probably YouTube was hearing me, but not Zoom because I'm out of my checklist. I mean, off book now. So look there. There's, I think that's another $4.99 super chat from Tony Wallow. He did a $4.99 super chat on the previous live stream video that failed. So now I have learned the secret. If I were to fail the live stream again and then start a new one, is that another $4.99 from Tony? Just kidding. Yes, Chris Garrett, I'm confused. He's holding up a handwritten sign asking if I'm confused. I don't know if it's confused isn't the right word. I clearly understand and know without a doubt that XSplit crashed. And I had to, at the last minute, restart the whole thing. I had just clicked to go live. And those of you who are watching, you saw it go live. You saw the Google Earth thing running for, I think, a few seconds. And then you got the spinning circle of death. And at that point in time, XSplit was just gone. It's on this middle monitor here, as I see it. It was just gone. I went into Task Manager. I saw it there as a task. I clicked to end the task. It would not end. It would not go away. I tried that a few times over, and it would just not end task. So that's when I pulled the plug and told you. I put it in chat that I'm going to restart the Big Beast build. I did see somebody reply to my comment that XSplit crashed, but I don't know if you saw that I was restarting. That also means scheduling a new live stream using the same settings, so that you're going to have to go to a new URL. So I'm showing 17 concurrent viewers on this live stream, and at 6 minutes before we started, there were 25 waiting. So I don't think everybody's come over yet. Yeah, all right. So we got 5 people in Zoom. I'm going to bring them in just a moment. Looks like somebody else did a super chat because now I'm seeing total $6.99. Tom K added another $2. Thank you, Tom. And there's been some people in chat that I haven't said hello to in chat yet because they showed up just at the end there. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring Zoom in. Now let's see, there's a couple other things I have to adjust here, and I'm not working off of my checklist, so I might still get something wrong. Here we go, punching Zoom. Yeah, that's not right because that's something I have to change every time I relaunch Zoom, which I also had to relaunch Zoom. Now, does this get them? Yes, that gets them. And then if I put my little inset thing up here, So over YouTube, that kind of makes sense. But on the Zoom session, they're seeing what I'm actually broadcasting right now. All right, you guys can unmute yourselves. I think you can unmute yourselves. Do I have to ask you to unmute since I muted you? No, looks like you came in.
No.
All right, so starting at my top left, hello, Jeff.
Hey.
Is your day going better than mine?
Must be.
My day also started out with a migraine headache, so I'm on medicine for that. So, yeah. What do you know? Darren Gilholm, hello.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm still calling it morning here, 11:12 a.m.
Good evening, yeah.
And hello, Chris Garrett.
Hey,
How are you today?
good. How you doing?
Have been better. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good now that the migraine medicine's kicked in pretty well, and the live stream is running at the moment. Don't know how long it's going to keep going. Alex, hello to you.
Hello, Doug. I'm pretty good today.
Good. You got a nice
back over.
Say again?
We got the grandkids back over.
You have the grandkids back over?
Yes.
Your nephews and nieces?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You call them grandkids because they are grandkids. They're not your grandkids. Are they?
No, they're my nephews.
Oh, they are your nephew's grandkids. I get it.
No, they're his mother's grandkids.
They're my mom and dad's grandkids.
There you go. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
All right. Gary, hello to you.
Hello. That is my granddaughter.
That is your granddaughter. She is a pretty granddaughter.
Which one's that? Mia?
Yeah. Scary knows her name and I don't. No.
He had the other one on last night on Ken's channel, the picture of the other one. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, my wife is feeling real bad today. And today is her graduation party.
Oh. So. And her name is Mia?
Yes.
I have a client named Maya. And so it occurs to me, what if Mia had a sister named Maya? That'd be
her sister. I shouldn't say this, but her sister is Elise. Elise.
All right.
Elise. Doug, speaking of clients, are you completely separated from that one client you talked about for a while now?
Well, yes and no. The technician for the new support company called me yesterday because he realized he didn't have remote connection to any of their computers. So when we started working that out, it turns out that the file that he sent me that I was to set up on each of their computers to enable the remote software, he sent the wrong file. The one he sent was for a temporary connection. So he sent the right one yesterday. I sent an email to all of the staff letting them know that I needed to connect to their computers this weekend to set that up. And the managing partner called me and said, how long is this going to take? Is this expensive? Is this a big project? About 5 minutes each. So no, I am successfully getting away from them now.
Sounds like it's a good thing for you if he calls you up over that.
Oh yeah. I'm very happy. Never a second thought about this, and it is fully in progress. And you know, May 31st was the day that I had told them I'm no longer available to them after that. Now, I will help them with the transition. I'm not gonna be hard-nosed about it, but I will be charging them for that work. So yeah, and I absolutely feel the lightened load on my shoulders.
Have you ever heard anything from the founder about all of this?
Yes. The founder, I think he might still call me once in a while for his own purposes that he'll want me to bill directly to him. And his wife actually called me in regards to an issue with their daughter. So it's not business related. So I'm sure I'll be continuing to interact with them. And 3 or 4 other of my clients are clients who were referred to me by the senior partner. So I'll still have good interaction with them. I just won't be on the hook when this young aggressive managing partner's got a blankety blank up his blank.
Yep.
Jeff and I were actually waiting for that one, weren't you?
Well, that's sufficient.
Mhm.
Yeah, you understand the meaning behind it.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a good relationship with the senior partner and his family. So
I did,
Other
and
than-
I'm pretty sure that relationship on a personal level will continue.
Senior is daddy, right?
Yeah, the senior partner, his second wife works in the firm, and her son is the aggressive young managing partner.
that
Uh-huh.
explains a lot.
I was going to say, second wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad had a couple of those. Well, third,
At the same time?
probably.
No, I'm sorry, Gary. That was uncalled for.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. You didn't know the women.
The senior partner and myself were both encountering stepping in towards divorce at the same time in our lives, and we were actually kind of both surprised of the other's predicament.
A quick story. This
yeah.
lady divorced my father, and she was going to get very little because they only married like 7 months, 8 months. So she tried to get custody of me so she could get child support.
Not your mother, right?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've known her 7 months. I mean,
Ah,
it's like everybody. My dad's attorney's like, what? My dad's like, what? But, you get 20% back then. So 20% of my dad's salary made her happy. But anyway, sorry.
All right, let me go check in with a chat. I've got people saying hellos here that have found their way to the new URL, the new live stream. Watching Google, not sure what that means. Things are kind of goofy. Actually went to his homepage, click on live, and everything seems to start working. Yeah, I think right now there might still be a second live showing on my channel page. I don't know. Looks like we're looking at the correct intro. Some squirrels there. YouTube claimed it streamed for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I observed. And then my streaming software crashed. So the fault was on my side. Speedy C saying hello. Alan Barsness, hello. Ida, hello. BH Ringer, Lawn Dog. Wintermute, hello. Echo. I think I fixed the echo. I looked at the bottom. I didn't see any stuff about echoes. So give me another confirmation in chat that AVDR, whatever those letters are, audio, visual, DVR, and watch. Oh, watch is on the table. The watch isn't as important anymore because Gary's not so likely to text me. I guess he could, even though he's in the Zoom session.
I forgot to text you, but in YouTube it was fine.
In YouTube it was fine. Okay, so you did.
I was there.
An AVDW check, you mean? Okay. Did the other stream in sudden or what? Yes, and I just explained that. Hello, can I hear them plus echo for a while. You're muted on Zoom from Chris. YouTube hearing multiple. Yeah, that was because I was off my checklist. I had not muted the audio on my playing of the live stream where I confirm that it's actually working. So then Dennis says fixed. Hi, Bendito. Yes. Hello's Punt. Definitely watched the Spinning Circle of Death. Feel like I was hypnotized. Is the Zoom login the same? Sean, the Zoom credentials for my live stream are the same that they've been for a long time. Oh, yes, I sent you those last week because you needed help with something on OBS, I think it is. Yeah, it's the same as what I emailed you. So you can come on in, Sean. There's no waiting room. You'll just pop right in. Scopio watch on. Yeah, he saw that. Studio lights, yes, they are on. Oh, it's a little darker because I manually adjusted the exposure. When I allow it to do auto adjust, the next notch up looks like this. Let's see, I'm going to hit exposure auto and it's just a little too bright. So I drag it down a notch and I think it looks a little bit better there. Now here's another thing. Here's auto. And then if I turn off the auto exposure, it kind of darkens just a tad. But I'd like it really to be something between -6 and -5. Just doesn't give me that much of an adjustment. Ooh, that's interesting. I like that, but it still says -6. Oh well. Moving on. Squirrel, squirrel. Which button do I press to get back? Oh, here. Hello, Bee in his bonnet. Good afternoon. Hello, Selden and Josh and Jim and William and Lawn Dog. No echo now. ABD good. Everything good. I'm kind of skipping through a little faster now. Ouch. Yeah, too bright. He agreed with that. Auto setting kind of blows you out too. Agreed. Yeah. What you chose for setting is just fine. Let's not get crazy about it. Yes. Hi. So I'm limited on time today. I've got a live event on the gaming in Fortnite that starts at 1 p.m. my time. Yeah. So I want to be off for that. Dennis and I are going to live stream that on my Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite channel. Well, let's go meet the new face, Sean Gallagher. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Let's see. I'm going to pin you, bring you up a little bit larger, and fix my picture.
I don't know how to make those backgrounds like everybody else has, so you're going to just see my whole room in the background. But
That's okay. We don't mind. There's nobody with a virtual, well, almost nobody with a virtual background that hasn't turned their camera off, and they have their own messiness too. So don't worry about that at all. We're a very, very welcoming group here. So Sean, remind me again what it was you were asking help for. I think it was something OBS, wasn't it?
yeah,
And what specifically was it?
I don't know how to set it up.
Oh, okay. From the scratch? You're a complete
Yeah.
beginner with it? Okay.
Huh? I think I should know how because I do computer repair, but I don't know how to set that up. So
Yeah, no, it's a different animal. When I started learning how to do live stream and broadcasting, it was very much there's a learning curve there. So you're wanting to do OBS broadcasting for what purpose? What do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I thought about doing almost what like Carrie does, but I mean just film like live stuff. I'm not a licensed technician, but I've been doing it for over 15 years and I know a lot about it. And I just wanted to do like live repairs on YouTube or something.
All right.
I tried Twitch, but Twitch kicked me off because they said it didn't meet their guidelines and rules. So
Really? Twitch kicked you
Yeah.
off? That's
Yeah.
that's odd. Twitch,
And I know YouTube is more understanding, so.
I thought Twitch was more lenient.
Yeah, Twitch lets you smoke weed on stream, which is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
weird, but.
they seem a lot more lenient
But
to
they
me.
don't want me streaming YouTube, or they don't want me streaming that content on there, I guess.
Yeah. So I want to try to drop a hint here to somebody with initials AC to see if you're wanting to chime in here and be involved with this.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what you want me to. I don't want me to say, Doug. But all I know about Twitch is that Robert says he watches a guy that basically streams music and movies and everything else all over
Yeah.
Twitch and doesn't get any kind of copyrights or anything.
All right.
YouTube is like,
Yeah, that's not actually
do anything, they'll get you a copyright.
okay. That's not actually the direction I was going with. Oh, Twitch will let you live stream anything, even, and they don't check the copyrights, but it's if you're recording it and if you want to play back later, that's where you get copyright problems with Twitch. That's something that came out through somebody else's channel, maybe Mike Smith. But anyway, what I was hinting towards, Alex, was more about the help that you've been providing to a few people regarding OBS and broadcasting, and your desire to become kind of similar to what Sean's describing, providing help over the internet to people. So maybe we can connect to Sean's computer remotely here and maybe get something started. But it's going to take a lot more than what I can do in one session. Not knowing where he's at. So maybe you just put that in the back of your head and might offer that later. Sean, have you been involved with Ken Stout's channel at all?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know he had one. I watched Kerry every live stream, and
Yeah.
I try to catch yours every live stream, but
Well, Ken
I just got a message from Ken. It says if Doug isn't available to help on OBS, I will gladly give it a shot.
Yeah, Ken also provides help with OBS, and then Ken and Alex have a lot more time available to that. They are live streaming and helping people over Zoom and remote connections every day. Not once a week like me.
I live about an hour and 30 minutes from Kerry Holzman.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't change anything about availability for helping you, particularly with Ken and Alex. I'm kind of inclined now. Their live stream from Ken's channel is in about 7 p.m. your time, is around the time that Ken starts. Just pretty much every day. It varies a little bit.
I'll take whatever help I can get. I'm not going to be like picky or anything. Whoever can help me, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to ask you to get involved with them on that rather than me starting with you today, because I am limited on time today, and I have some other topics today. Ken, you want to chime in?
I'm trying to get an audio check. I've got the video finally running. I just wanted to get an audio check. Am I being heard?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be fine, Doug, and thank you for the shameless plug. Well, in your case, it's not shameless, but thank you for that mention. And
yeah,
Sean, just every night, like Ken Stout Live, we are there. BH Ringer did put a link in the chat. I appreciate that. And I'll be here short today because I got about 500,000 things to do. Today was a short day. Mrs. K got off at 6, and we got about, I don't know, a lot to do. So I'll be here as long as I can. Thank you, Doug.
Yes.
I just subscribed to your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Good. So Sean, I'm gonna just step away from that subject and let you pursue that with Ken and Alex. You're gonna find a lot of help and good assistance through them.
Yeah, I tried to watch YouTube videos, but they were no help to me.
Yeah, no, this
Those are like for professionals and stuff that know what they're doing to watch those videos.
all right. And someone in chat here, Lawn Dog, is asking about Fortnite and how to watch us play. So I'm going to paste that channel name in for you. Let's see. I'll go to YouTube. And this gives me a chance to demonstrate searching in YouTube. If you know a channel name that you want to search for in YouTube, it can be difficult to find it. So I want to show a little technique for that. The name of the channel we're searching for is Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite. Now, it's probably going to find it pretty easily here because I've searched that before on my computer. Let's see. Yeah, see, it comes up with that right away. But if any of you try that, you probably won't come up with that right away. What you can do is come over here to Filters. And then in this type column, click on channel. What that's going to do is going to search for whatever your search term is in the name of the channel. Because without that, you're searching for video titles, video descriptions, everything that's included in here would be involved in the search. So let's go here. And then I'm at the home page for that channel. Click in the URL field, Control C to copy, and then Alt Tab to get back to my chat window for this live stream and enter that into the chat. So for Lawn Dog and anyone else who might be interested, I'll be starting a live stream on that channel around 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is about an hour and a half from now. Might be before 1, might be after 1. I'm not real precise on that channel. Oh no, I'm not selling newly created baby. This machine is a screamer. Okay, that's chit chat between people. Curious really curious why which would squash your channel. There's got to be more reason than apparently telling us. I'm not sure what that's. I might be getting in the middle of a conversation there. Hello's going on, and Lawn Dog says thanks for the link. Okay, I think I'm caught up in chat. Not really sure. I'm going to go describe the issues that I've advertised for this video. Let's fix the Zoom window there again. Love to find a way to be more automated with that, but that's not there yet. I'm going to bring up those topic listings and give you a quick overview of these topics. So here's the description under this live stream video that you're watching now and the one that you started watching at the top of the hour. Topic 1, Windows 10 and 11 by default have registry backups disabled. Topic 2, Windows 10 and 11 by default have system restore disabled. Topic 3, Windows 10 and 11 allow Windows Defender to be a resource hog. Topic 4, I discovered an odd symptom on Windows 11 regarding Microsoft account. I don't yet have that answered. So I have that ready to show on this laptop computer sitting next to me. To give a quick, little more detailed about each of these, for those of you who have experienced an issue when you restart a computer and it fails to restart and it wants to go into troubleshooting, and there's advanced options or various different choices you can go to. One of the choices you can go to is restore a system restore point or a system backup point. And I've had a few times when I go to do that. Hello, Catherine. Hang on a moment. I'll come to you. I've had a few occasions where it tells me there are no system restore points to restore from. And on this new Dell laptop and other HP computers coming new, I've been finding that I'm saying registry backups. This one is system restore. They're both disabled by default. When Windows tries to repair a broken operating system, it tries to use registry backups, but if they've been disabled, it doesn't find any. If the system restore is disabled, it doesn't find any restore points to restore. So part of my routine in setting up a new computer is to activate both of those features. And then also, recently I've added Windows Defender changing task scheduler, because by default, Windows Defender is allowed to run any time of day. And particularly on a slower computer, it can be a resource hog where you go into Task Manager and see that CPU is at 100% or at very high utilization for Windows Defender. And there's adjustments that you can do in Task Scheduler to fix that. And I think I'm going to go into more detail with demonstrating this symptom about the Microsoft account as the next more in-depth thing. And then if we have time, we'll go back over the others, unless we get off on some other squirrel chase. So coming back to Zoom, and hello, Catherine.
Hello, Doug.
How are you today?
I'm very well, and you?
I'm good, thanks. I saw a little bit of the pictures from your trip on the old time ships that you showed on Ken Stout's channel.
Yes, these are the Navy ships. So
Yes.
they're still in they're still working ships. Yes.
Yes. My dad was a big fan, and I think he actually went to those same ships that you saw, because his pictures are very, very similar to yours. They're just gorgeous ships. And for anyone who's interested, Ken Stout might get upset at me for promoting his channel again. Not. But he's got a recent live stream on his channel that's titled something along the lines of a special guest. And the special guest was Catherine, where she shows and tells about her experience on those ships.
Yes, it was a very nice stream. Thank you very much once more for it, Ken. So I could show the photo to everyone. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I did too.
that was clear. And
My next potential guest that I keep interrupting is the man I keep interrupting, but I'll talk to him about that later.
Okay. Is there any other? Does somebody want to take me off on another squirrel before I show this Microsoft account thing? Because I want to get this out here, because I think some of you might know an answer to this.
No, there is a virus outside that can go over MSDT, and someone can, hack your PC basically with gaining access over this.
All right. That's not the issue that I'm bringing up here, but so that virus you're talking about, is that something that's just hit recently and is a big deal, or do we know yet how big of a deal it's going to be?
It's a big deal.
All right.
It's
do you have a link to put in? Do you have a link to put into chat about that? I'll open it on another window and read up on it later.
Yeah, I can put in. I can put in a video, or two videos even to show you what this virus is capable of.
Okay.
So this is really, it's not a joke, if you know what I mean. This is serious.
Yeah.
Serious issue.
Okay. Yeah. Put it into chat. We're going to move along now. Chris, I see your reference to Brightech about blocking Windows 11.
Put it in the Zoom or in YouTube or in both?
YouTube chat, please.
Okay, YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, there's no need to put it in Zoom. Lawn Dog says, I totally agree with turning on system restore. I have no rational explanation why Microsoft did this. It's been going on Windows 10 for years and it's caused me problems. Yes. Yeah, that Windows 10 has been doing that for some time. And I did read an explanation that Microsoft did that for both of those related to space. And I think that's just a silly, stupid reason. And it's probably not the real reason at all. When trying to, oh, that's more of Lawn Dog's comment. Yeah. Doug, do you have any rational Microsoft reason for wanting to turn off the restore feature? I don't understand. This should have been basic setting at least 5%, and that's just the bare minimum. No rational explanation. Nothing that I could defend Microsoft for. I think it's a bad choice on their part. Let's see. Hellos back and forth. There's a subject I would truly like to hear your thoughts on, and that is fast boot and turning it off. That's also on my checklist to turn off fast boot, disable it. And my reason for that is that when a client is having problem with the computer, and I tell them to restart it, a lot of times they'll actually shut it down. But if fast boot is turned on, which it is by default, then when you shut down the computer, you don't actually get a full restart when you turn it back on. Because fast boot is a feature in Windows 10 that Microsoft did. I think the rational explanation there is easy to understand, is that Microsoft did that so that people think they're getting a faster starting computer. Because what fast boot does is when you shut down the computer, you can actually watch the hard drive light. If you got a spinning hard drive or a hard drive that's slow enough to observe this, it takes longer to shut down than if fast boot is turned off, because what it's doing is it is doing a hybrid shutdown where it's doing a partial hibernation and partial shutdown. It shuts down the user profile portion of the operation, and it hibernates the system part of the operating system. So anything that loads as a system-wide driver or software is hibernated, so that when you press the power button to turn it back on, it restores that from hibernation and doesn't actually reload all of that stuff. So you don't get a true restart. So, Lawn Dog, that's all I'm going to go further on that for now. Probably warrants a YouTube video, a dedicated video for that subject. In fact, I think all these subjects that I'm talking about today may justify their own video. And I know there are videos on them already out there. Located in power sleep settings, it's a little bit hidden. Yes, it is a little bit hidden. Sean Gallagher, Sean, that link was for what?
That's for the worst Microsoft virus that's out there right now.
Oh, about the virus? All right. So
that one's a different one than hers, but
than Catherine.
For,
okay.
The Microsoft Office. That's from a mental outlaw guy. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll check that one out too. Jeff just turned off fast boot on all his PCs. Be a Tringer special. Okay, so that's the YouTube video on Ken's channel with Catherine showing the pictures of the ships. Doug, with fast moving turned on, there's something called the COL, which does not get shut down like you would think. With fast boot, I'm not sure if you meant to say fast moving, turned on, something called the COL does not get shut down. Yeah, I think that's basically what I was describing. And then here's Catherine's link regarding that virus. I'll go over here, and that's Theo Joe, like his videos. And then hellos, and then this looks like maybe another one from Catherine. I think that was, is that the same as this one? Yeah. It's like the same as that one. Both videos are about the virus. The first is a way to disable MSDT. Second is a video that explains the virus. I'm not thinking right off the bat, Catherine, what does MSD stand for? DT?
There is a tool in every Windows, yes, and it doesn't matter if this is Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 7, you name it, it's there. And this is for remote control for Microsoft. So if you go with your broken Windows to Microsoft directly, this tool is in there. Yes?
Okay, my question is just the DT. Microsoft DT. What does DT stand for? Do you know? Okay, that's okay if you don't have that at the tip.
It's this tool that allows them to control your PC.
Ah,
yes?
okay. All right,
and
good.
This tool is running in elevation mode.
Okay, that's all I need for now on that. Thank you. Doug, that's one explanation for the fast boot function, but be more accurate. What is happening is the system kernel staying active and not being shut down and reset. Yeah, so, well, yeah, you're putting a better term on it than system kernel is a better term than what I said. Now, my own personal computer, which is similar to yours, was having a goofy problem with keeping the lighting system in sync. And especially between the fans on the motherboard, RAM modules. Okay. If I shut the system down, hold the power, you know what's called a code boot. It would work one time till the next restart, then the condition would reoccur again. After making this repair in the 2 weeks, I've only had one failure to boot properly. Would blame it on the goofy software in Asus Aurora. Oh, there it is. Diagnostic tool. There. Thanks, BH Ringer. Microsoft Support Diagnostic Tool. Got it. Guidance for CVE Microsoft. Okay, that is Microsoft's. Okay, thank you for that, everybody participating in that. Now, let me go show you the symptom on this laptop. Not that button. That one. That one, and it's showing blank. Oh, it's because I had to restart the computer. All right, the screen's going to be blank for the time that it takes me to fix that. Here. Is it going to? I'm still here, even though the screen looks blank. Wait, does that get it? No, that doesn't get it. Disconnect and reconnect the device. If I don't get it this way, I'll have to use plan B. I think I need plan B. Right over here, what I'm going to do is connect remotely to that laptop. That one. Yeah, that's it. Chris, you nailed it on the head. Ay caramba. And so that is connecting. And for that to work, gotta. Oh, that's already plugged in. Thought I unplugged that one. There it is. So now I'm connected to it remotely through Baby Beast. There it is on screen. Not a real great resolution. That's from my remote connection. Okay. I initialized Windows on this computer with a local account. And then I installed Microsoft 365 and activated it to his Microsoft account. My intention was that the computer would still log in with a local account. But on Windows 10, I can go to the Start button and and very easily see if it's logging in with a Microsoft account. But this was weird. Okay, here's his username. And if I do sign in options on Windows 10, we get the choice for signing in with a local account or Microsoft account. Now up here, and this client has authorized me to use his computer on my video, so you are seeing his email address here. This implies that the computer is logging in with a Microsoft account. When you activate the license for Microsoft 365, in order to get Word, Excel, and Outlook, and whatever else of that clutter that a person might want, which we do want it in this person's case, you can choose whether to allow the computer to be managed by your company, which I do choose that in that scenario, but that's not this scenario because this is a Microsoft Home account. You can know that because it's not a business email address. It's an AOL.com. Yes, he has an AOL.com address. There's another option when activating the Microsoft 365 that is for telling it that you only want to use it for these applications, or do you want to use this Microsoft account across the other software on the computer. And I did select that on this installation. And then I want to check and see if that turn it into signing into Windows with a Microsoft account. And this made me think that yes, it did. And that seems to be an inconsistent thing to me because I've had times when I have clicked that option to use the Microsoft account for other software on the computer, and it does not change the login technique. When I restart this computer, when I log out, it's behaving as though it's still a local account because I have this set up with a local username of Greg and no password. When I log in, it's not requiring a password. And that's the piece that struck me weird. That's different than my experiences on Windows 10, I think. So now I'm inviting your comments. I haven't researched this into any deeper myself. Anybody have comments at this point?
I don't have 11, but I ran into something similar on Windows 10 when I installed Office 2021 Professional. I had to use my Microsoft account to get it to install. I installed it as administrator, but then when I went into my late wife's account, it had somehow found her Microsoft account as well. It wasn't logging in with it, but it was tied to everything Microsoft I was doing. Same was in my account, and my daughter has no Microsoft account. So it used my Microsoft account to associate with her local account. I was able to go in to, I guess, some part of Office once it was installed and turn off or log out, quote, of the Microsoft accounts. And now everything works okay, but it went and found accounts to associate each of my local accounts with, even though I installed it from the administrator account and had not yet logged into the others after I installed it. First time I logged into my daughter's account, my wife's account, there was a Microsoft account associated with them.
So you're referring to different Windows accounts on the same computer?
Yes, I have an administrator account and I have my own standard account. My late wife had a standard account. My daughter has a standard account on there. And after installing something as administrator, I go and try it out on all these accounts. And when I logged into my standard account, it had associated my account with my Microsoft account.
Okay,
Office,
so I'm going to get it. I'm
Apparently
going to
hunted up and logged into all of these. So I'm done talking. So
I'm going to get a little Dougish here and say that some of these accounts you're referring to are Windows accounts. Some of these accounts you're referring to are Microsoft accounts, different animals.
no, but all of these were local accounts. But after installing Office on there, I could log into any of the local accounts, and it had found a Microsoft account to associate that local account with.
Yeah, I suspect that has to do with the license for Microsoft 365 for Word, Excel, Outlook, etc.
Yeah, I mean, this was Office 2021 Pro, but it's the same kind of thing, right? I get it.
Yeah, the license is associated and installed on the computer. That license for Microsoft 20.
So what I did, I went into each local account, and if there was a Microsoft account popping up associated with that, I went into some Office app, Word, Excel, whatever, within that local account, and then logged out of the Microsoft account. And then that cured it up.
Okay.
And also, so that was what I had to do there.
Yeah, I was thinking that you might have been able to unsync so that the other Windows accounts for the rest of your family, when using Microsoft Office on those other Windows accounts, they would the Microsoft's account would not be synchronizing with
that's what
the account.
In effect I did by logging out of whatever Microsoft account it thought was associated with the local account.
Yeah. Now
when it went into Word and said log out, and then after that it was okay.
When you launch Microsoft Word, does up in the upper right area of Word, does it show a yellow exclamation mark next to the Microsoft account name that it was actually licensed to?
That I don't remember.
Because that's what I've seen when you're using a Windows user account and using the Microsoft Office products, and you are logged out of the Microsoft account.
I don't have okay, I just opened a blank Word document in my own standard account, which is what I'm using to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And all I get up there in the upper right someplace, there's a thing that says sign in, but I don't see anything yellow.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that'd be a similar indication. All right. So what I've seen in my clients' offices, not for the scenario that you're talking about, is sometimes it'll show their Microsoft account name, not the email address, but the first and last name of the person, and an exclamation mark indicating that there's something wrong with the login for the account and it wants us to sign into it again, but you're actually signed out. And that's implying to me that the software still works with as though it's activated, but you're not signed in to the account that is essentially the host of the Microsoft account.
Right. I mean, I can run it from any of these local accounts now, but one other thing happened. I cannot turn on autosave.
Right.
It's demanding to use OneDrive to save the documents if I want to use autosave.
Now, the Microsoft license you're using, you said it's not a Microsoft 365 subscription. It's an actual purchased edition
one of Kerry's licenses that he sells.
Okay.
CDK deals.
Yeah, and I don't know that includes a OneDrive. I don't think it does. I think you'd only be getting the OneDrive space of a free account, which I think is 5 gigabytes.
Yeah, I don't know, because of some deals I accepted when they started OneDrive. I have a small OneDrive account, maybe 20 gig.
Yeah. I think I think their free account starts, it might be 5 gig, it might be 10 gig. I don't think it's 20 gig, but I think they give you extra credits when you do something else.
Right. I did some extra credit things and got a tiny bit more space.
even activating the license that you purchased through Carrie Holzman's channel, that might have awarded you additional OneDrive space.
Yeah, but I would like to be able to use autosave on a local document, but that apparently is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Now, what I do with a lot of my clients where we're not quite ready to do Microsoft 365 for Business is we use Microsoft 365 Home, where you, for a subscription, it's $99 a year, you get yourself plus 5 other people that you can share that license with, and they each get 1 terabyte of OneDrive space.
yeah,
And then autosave functions.
sure. But you actually have to save the document on OneDrive.
Yeah, and if you turn on the backup of your documents, pictures, and videos folders, really only needs the documents folder, it's automatically there. So you just save to your normal documents folder, and
Right.
that is your OneDrive,
Right.
and it does autosave. I use that a lot with clients and like it, and I use it myself.
Yep.
And like it. And I've shared the license with my daughter Christy and my brother Stan. I think my brother Tom has his own license.
Yeah, but the thing I was getting around to with my little story was, is there something similar going on with yours in that it looks like the Microsoft account is associated with your local account, but you really aren't logging in with it?
Well, I want to show a little bit more in that regards to pursue that question. I'm going to catch up a little bit in chat. I do see some people hitting me in orange, and I'm going to have to just go with the oranges for now. It's going to take too long. Kenny points out you can hold down the shift key when you click to shut off a computer. It does the same thing as a restart. Well, sort of. It does a full shutdown. And then when you start up, it's actually better than a restart because you're pressing the power button. You're actually getting power initialization to all your parts. So it's even better than a restart. So if you got the fast start setting, that's the worst as far as fixing a problem you're having with your computer. Doing restart shut down with a fast start enabled is the worst thing to do. Restart is more thorough because it's reloading all your software. Doing this shift shutdown or disabling the fast boot is the best thing to do if you're trying to fix a problem. I've had many times when clients having a problem with a network adapter where a restart won't fix the problem. But if we do a shift shutdown to get a definite, full shutdown, and then press the power button to turn it back on, it reinitializes all the hardware. Better than if you've done the fast start type of shutdown. I feel like I'm not saying that very well, but I'm going to move on. Going on to oranges. Ken Stout, he's taken off. Appreciate the plug for the show, he says. You're welcome. And then Scopio says, load any Microsoft account app and check to see which account it's attached to. Yeah, but that's only shows what the Microsoft software is attached to. That's different than logging into Windows with the Microsoft account.
Right.
Dennis joining you live after the UK podcast, so he's with us now. And I'm pretty sure there's probably more things worth reading here, but I'm going to ask you to hit me in orange if you want me to see your comment. I'm going to run short on time here, so I want to go demonstrate this issue better. Wrong one. Here. Okay. So, Gary, you're trying to chime in?
I'm sorry. I said, what was that?
Okay. So here this is showing his email address, which implies we're logged in with a Microsoft account. If I restart the computer, it won't ask me for a password. If I log out, and it will come back into Windows without a password. Now, with Windows 10, we can switch back and forth between Microsoft account and local account. Easy, especially if the computer was originally initialized with a local account. If it wasn't, if it was initialized with a Microsoft account and you want to switch to a local account, you're actually having to create the local account, and then it's going to take you through the 3 security questions, and it's just a longer process. So I'm looking here for an option to switch either to a local Microsoft account or, excuse me, not a local Microsoft account. I'm trying to talk too fast. Switch to a local account or switch to a Microsoft account for logging into Windows. Again, different than Word. And I'll go ahead and satisfy anyone's curiosity by going into Microsoft Word here and showing up here that it is attached or associated with his Microsoft account. But that's completely different than logging into Windows. So now if I click on your Microsoft account, and I'm going to take that off screen because I'm not sure what it's going to go to there. I don't want to reveal too much. Yeah, I don't see anything there exposing too much privacy for this person. Then back to, so what I got to there is it shows Microsoft 365 Family, so it's showing what account we're using. It's $99 a year. Manage sharing. We are sharing with 2 other people in his office, and it is being used for business, but Microsoft has shown that they're okay with that, because the hoops you have to jump through to use the business account is not feasible for a lot of small businesses. We don't have a custom domain here is the biggest roadblock for it. So this has nothing to do with logging in to Windows with a Microsoft account or a local account. I'm going to go back. This is what I'm looking for, is where do we do that in Windows 11? And then your info, Microsoft account, stop signing into all apps automatically. Now that implies that it's referring to apps, not necessarily logging into Windows. And then down here, logging into your Microsoft account, this sounds like I would click on that if I want Windows to log in with a Microsoft account. And then here is creating Microsoft account. I'm going to try clicking on this one. If this is offering me the opportunity to switch to logging in with a Microsoft account, then that means this piece up here is kind of misleading, just different than it is with Windows 10. Microsoft Edge closed unexpectedly. Oh, I'm sorry, that's help. Yeah, a lot of these Microsoft dialogues, Windows dialog screens, when it says help with, these are just going to take you to a web page. That's not useful. This one, manage my accounts. Again, I'm going to take that off screen and see what that gets to. That just goes into his Microsoft account on the web page. By contrast, let me bring up what Windows 10 does in this regard. No, you're not seeing what I'm clicking on right now because I am setting up for that on Baby Beast. So here's Baby Beast. So when I go to click on the start button and then sign in options, this is what I want to find the corresponding thing to do in Windows 11. And then click on your info And here's where, when it shows my name and it shows the account, there's this option right here, sign in with a local account instead. I can click on that to switch to a local account. I'm looking for how do we do that with Windows 11. Can we do that with Windows 11? Too many mice and keyboards around here. So here's stop signing into all Microsoft apps automatically. That's the only other thing I'm seeing of here that is remotely related to this. If I click up here, do I get any option? No. And this one accounts, it's got that blue bar because that's the screen we're on right now. Before I do that, I'm going to log out of Windows and let you see what happens on that screen. Come over here to the power button. Nope, that doesn't have log out. Click on his username. There it is, sign out. There was a change account settings option there too. Oh, Windows 10 gives us that as well. Okay, the computer has the wallpaper screen now. Oh, I see why that happened. Go back to the remote control session. Okay, so there's the wallpaper screen. It's trying to populate. All right. Now, click anywhere on the screen. There's no indication here at all of a Microsoft account. And I already told you this local account has no password currently. It will eventually. And click sign in. The laptop is already at the desktop. Somehow the remote connection is lagging. Oh, lost the remote connection again. There we go. So, on this one, Windows 10 gives us this option too. When you click on your username on the start menu, change account settings is there. I don't recall that I've ever gone. Oh, that just takes us to the same screen. No help. All right, so here I'm going to do this stop signing in to all Microsoft apps automatically. And then, okay, so here, this is indicating local account. And sign in with Microsoft account instead. So that would be to switch to that. And then up here, we see what I'm accustomed to with showing that it's a local account. The thing here that is different to me from Windows 10 is when you're signing in with a Microsoft account, Windows 10, you have to type in the Microsoft account password or use a PIN or face recognition. And this looks to me like Windows 11 is making that easier. That clearly shows local account. So when I activated the Microsoft license and I said to use this credential everywhere on the computer for other software, it doesn't say for logging into Windows. In Windows 11, that does make Windows 11 sign in with a Microsoft account, but does not require that you use the password of the Microsoft account. All right, I think I'm done with that topic. And I don't think anyone's really very interested in that topic at all anyway.
We're listening.
Or listening? Yeah,
Yes.
because there's no participation in that. All right. Zavi Manor says, last time I got a key from a client for Office Home Business 2021, I had to add it to his account in Microsoft. Yeah, I think that's I think if you buy one of those standalone licenses, you do have to associate it with a Microsoft account. And I'm skipping over things until I see orange. Wintermute, your zoom in set is off kilter. Yes, I just noticed that. And that happens when somebody joins Zoom or goes away and changes the number of rows or columns in Zoom. Costanza, Doug, I have the sign in with local account instead option in your info section. I am using a Microsoft account to log into Windows. And that is Windows 11 Pro. Sign in with a local account instead. And I didn't have that wording. You're using Home instead of Pro. I'm using what Dell provided on a ready-to-ship computer. We have no interest or need in using Pro for this computer, so we used what they have in their ready-to-ship computers. Sounds like they did a global installation for everybody on the computer apparently associated with a Microsoft account, so everybody can share everything on the Microsoft account. All right, enough of that. 12:18. Does anybody have specific interest in any of the other topics that I put into the description? The registry backups, the system restore, and Windows Defender. I think I can actually ram through those pretty quickly. Unless somebody has ones they're specifically interested in. Okay, moving on. Registry backups disabled. I don't even recall if I've enabled it on Big Beast Build, so I'm going to go ahead and show it here. Let's think. Okay, 2 places to go. Get my laptop keyboard out of my way. In File Explorer, going to the C drive, the Windows folder, and System 32, and then Config. The first time you try to go into that, you'll get a message that you're not allowed, not authorized to go into that, and you just click yes, I want to have access to that. Same thing true this reg back folder. Double click on it, you'll get a prompt saying you don't have rights to that. And this is showing that I do have registry backups dated June 4th. So I have done that on this computer, and I have it set up for 7:34 a.m. The only reason why I go into this folder is to see if they're already there and to give me access to them so I can judge whether they are there or not. In order to activate registry backups, you have to do a registry patch or make a registry entry. That's the wrong folder. I have that registry patch in my tools, which I can go down here to DougBetts Tools zip into that zip file. And there's this registry patch called regbackentry.reg. You would double click on it to open it if you have it, but what I'm actually going to do is open that into Notepad. So that I can show what the registry patch is. You can actually go manually make the registry entry. Resource files. Getting to it. You should be able to just drag that over here. It won't do that. Oh, it won't drag over because I've got it in a zip file. Copy that outside of the zip file. There it is. Now, can I drag that to Notepad? Yes. So here's what the registry patch does. It makes a registry entry into local machine system, current control set, control session manager, configuration manager, and it puts in this registry key, enable periodic backup. And it uses a D-word value of 001. Now, if there's interest, I'll wind up making a dedicated video on how-to for this and provide that that registry patch. So that's the second of 3 things to do for this, and then the third is in Task Scheduler. I know I'm blowing through this really quickly. This isn't intended as a tutorial. In Task Scheduler, going into Microsoft, Windows, and then down to Registry. And this entry is here by default. On your computers, you'll find that it's there, but it doesn't have any triggers. So I go to Properties and then the Triggers tab, and I create this trigger for every day at 9 p.m. Now, the reason why you saw that date, that time for this morning is because I actually had the Big Beast build turned off overnight. It wasn't on at 9 p.m. last night. Otherwise, I would have had 9 p.m. time for that. So that's what it takes to re-enable registry backups. And it is part of Windows doing a self-recovery. But if it's not there, then Windows cannot use that feature for self-recovery. Then the second item was on System Restore. So clicking on the Windows button and then type System Restore and get Create a Restore Point. Click on that. And then here for the C drive, by default, this will be turned off. I've seen that on Dell computers, HP computers, and I'm not sure about a fresh installation of Windows 10 like on a custom build computer. I don't know if that's on or not. But if it's turned off, then you click on Configure, you turn it on, and you set an amount of space. And 10 gigabytes is a common amount of space that I've seen regularly used. So that gives you system restore points, which is part of Windows recovering from a operating system problem. The third one is Windows Defender being a resource hog, and the way to fix that is also in Task Scheduler. And expand into Microsoft, Windows, and then I think in here it is Windows Defender, yes. Make this column wider, and it's this scheduled scan. And I think what you'll find, if I'm remembering right, is there's no triggers at all, which means it runs anytime that I don't know how it chooses to, but I've seen it take a lot of CPU utilization. And the procedure there is to come in here and create a trigger so that it specifically starts at a certain time, whatever you choose. And when I go into edit that, I set it up for daily, pick a time, and stop the task if it runs longer than, say, 2 hours or whatever number of hours you want to choose. And then there's another piece that when I first learned about this was recommended, is that on conditions that you remove all the check marks on this conditions tab. Okay. So again, I blew through those all with not much explanation. They probably all warrant their own tutorial video. But I'm going to kind of judge based upon whether I see much interest from the audience on that. And that's having covered all 4 of those topics that I put in my description. Zoom audience is completely silent. Is there any comments, questions in chat or Zoom? We're going to be ending this live stream pretty soon.
Doug, can I say something?
Yes, Catherine.
So regarding this this dangerous Microsoft Word exploit, yes,
Yeah.
I made a document, yes, a PDF, because the video, the CEO Joe video, has in the description, it has these 3 commands, yes. The first one is to back up the registry, yes.
All right.
The second, to disable the MSDT, this tool,
Okay.
yes. And the third one is for re-enabling in case, well, Microsoft comes ever around to fixing this exploit, yes. So
Okay.
you can reinstate it. So I made a PDF, yes. So people that like to have the PDF, if I have their email, I can send it. Yes, like I could send it to you. Yes, so you can make it safe for yourself, and you can make it safe for your customers. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you'll send that PDF to me, I will. I have a Google Drive space that is specifically for the YouTube channel to be able to send a link to anyone who wants it.
Okay. Yes.
That
so
would work.
I send it to you. Yes.
Yeah.
So we can share this information, because I think it's pretty important. Yes.
That'd be good.
So
So you created a PDF that perhaps gives the explanation a little more concise for what to do about it?
Yeah, it's just like you have to start the command.
Yeah.
You know, the command terminal.
Yeah.
And you use the admin mode. Yes.
Okay.
Then you can just copy and paste the first command to back it up. Yes. So you paste it, you press enter. Yes, and then you paste the second command. You and you press enter. Yes, and then you say exit, and then you leave the command line. Yes, it's just
okay.
Two small commands. Yes, it's nothing. It's nothing that is too difficult. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Catherine, I'm thinking I think I'd like to make a video of that process and include your PDF in that, and allow the audience to download that.
Yes, you can do that. I send it to your email. Yes.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Catherine, is this the Folino virus?
Yes. It's
okay. Microsoft has had a fix for it for about 4 days now.
So does that come through Windows Update?
Yep.
Good.
So which is the KB that fixes that?
Okay, let me find it. But yeah, they had it because where it's at number 1 was your Office first. Give me a break.
Okay, while you're looking that up, I'm going to catch up with chat. Let's see. Defender Wintermute must have been correcting something he said previously, or maybe I used the wrong word at some point. Zavi, but with Office 2021 Pro, I did not have to do this. SPDC Windows Defender subject if you have time. So he's requesting that one. I think, yeah, I could. I think I captured some video of the computer that I was working on in my lab here that was having that specific problem, and where I applied that fix and it solved that issue. So I think I can cobble together a video of an actual instance of that problem. Boss, reg backup rollback from command line on a computer locked out by one of those support scams is very handy. Yeah, the automatic recovery capabilities built into Windows will roll back the registry if it's been backed up in that folder, but you can also manually manipulate the registry. I've been doing that since Windows 95. Let's see, Doug, disabling the restore on all computers since Windows 10. I've seen it on everything and found no exceptions. Yeah. I can't say for sure that I've seen I think I have seen exceptions when I buy a refurbished computer, because the refurbisher perhaps uses an image that has system restore activated. I think that's why I've, sometimes go in and find it already active. In fact, I have checklists that I go through when I'm setting up a computer, and I'll make a note whether it's already active or not. And sometimes it is already active. I suspect that it might be when I'm buying a computer off of Amazon where it's gone through somebody else's hands. Constanza, I believe on a fresh Windows 11 install, my custom-built PC system restore is turned on at 1% usage. I didn't manually turn on. I think it's quite plausible that with a fresh install of Windows 10 or 11 from installation media, it might be on by default. I've seen sys restore point being turned off by default to multiple PCs. Since 1803, reg back has been disabled. My experience is that system restore points are indeed disabled after a fresh install. Okay, that from Selden. Lawn Dog, yes.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. They are for Windows 11 also.
Okay. Yes, Doug, one of the things I believe Windows Defender does is start scan after boot up. Let me make that statement more applied to Windows 7 and machines that start the scan causing performance problems. Yeah, the computer that I was troubleshooting in the lab here, every time I restarted it, Windows Defender was just taking up way too much resources for too long of a time. And when I scheduled it, when I set a specific schedule for it, that stopped happening. What about Defender, the resource hog? And yeah, now I think that only is noticeable on a slower computer. And that computer that I was working on in the lab was a computer that was being complained about being slow. My own personal Windows 7 machine has god-awful amount of programs installations exhibit this behavior. I don't want to start all over, so I live with it. Never mind, I missed it. We'll rewind. Dennis, collision playlist is open in Fortnite. Okay, that's a Fortnite subject. When using a registry backup, isn't it dangerous to apply that registry backup to an installation that is different from the registry backup? Kind of get what I'm saying. They're out of alignment. I understand the concern, and if you're using a registry backup that's pretty old, that would be, I would really be inclined to go along with that. But what I'm doing is doing a registry backup every day, so that if there's a problem with the computer not restarting today, I'm fine with restoring a registry backup from yesterday. That's not going too far back. But an older registry backup, I'm a little more leery about. As compared to, and system restore would be preferred over registry backup, I think. And a system restore actually does restore registry, but system restore has, when it restores a whole lot of operating systems, files along with the registry, so they're synced with each other because they were all created at the same point in time. I think registry backup would only be handy for the last one that was recorded as long as no system changes occurred. I'm not sure. I need help on this subject. Flashworks, it's my new account. Yeah, the one I'm in the zone. If you remember me, I actually uploaded videos for the public now. I think that must be in reference to some other prior comment that I'm out of the loop on. I'm Flashworks if you need con from me. Oh, the zone and Flashworks, is that one in the same person? Is that what you're saying? I think so. Yeah, if that's what you're saying, just give me one more statement that the zone and Flashworks are the same person. Yeah, he's saying yes there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add your second account as moderator. Okay, so getting ready to end the live stream. Any last short, brief comments? Because I am.
So which KB gives now the fix for the Folino?
CVE -2022 -30190 regarding the Microsoft Support Diagnostic Tool in Windows Vulnerability.
Okay, that's a
Go
CVE
ahead.
number, not a KB number, right?
Yes, correct. Sorry, yes.
Okay, so CVE number is how they track viruses.
They
It's
have,
not.
they have issued, start over. They have issued on May 30th, 2022, a fix. Got me. I know I don't have
Okay.
a problem. I do it every day.
Okay,
I
So,
type more
no-
than a secretary.
so
No
if it's not.
KB, just the CVE. Yes.
CV Edward.
Yeah, CVE means that it's opened. Yes, they finally recognized it, but it's not
Yeah,
yet
but they
fixed.
also down here also have a fix for it. You got to get the fix by going on and downloading it.
Gary, can you
Or-
type that CVE number into chat,
Oh, but I can copy it.
into YouTube chat? Yeah, that copy will be fine.
Exploits of this
Because-
vulnerability can then run arbitrary code with the privileges of the calling application. The attacker can then install programs, view, change, or
I muted Gary because I think he's playing a video there that could get me a copyright issue.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
I'm downloading a code, whatever, how you say it, I can't say it, update preview for Windows 10 version 28.1. It's probably got that fix in it. It's KB 5014023. Probably got the update in that.
Okay. I couldn't follow you saying, so type it into chat, put it in the chat if you got a number to give us.
That
Gary,
is the correct one.
That is the correct one, what he just read out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'd like for somebody to type that into the YouTube chat, and then we're going to shut down this live stream because I got to go. Long Dog says, thank you for clarifying the proper usage of registry adjustment. You said it better than I just did it as a current possibility. Okay. Kind of skipping through that. Have you guys been watching Security Now? Steve Gibson, I missed this week. Yeah, that should be something he covered. I did not catch him this week. Okay. I'm looking for that oh, there it is. KB number. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'll just triple click that and then Control C to copy it, and then bring up a new tab and get into, let's see, that's knowledge base Microsoft. I know I got an easier way to get to the knowledge base somewhere. Support.Microsoft. I want the knowledge base. That's not. How about, can I just, I usually don't try to just straight Google a KB number, but let's try that. Yeah, there it goes. So that gets you straight to it.
No. No,
It's not the Folino fix.
That's not, no. And that's not actually,
When
This
I
is a
saw,
knowledge
they
base
just
article.
bypassed the problem. They didn't actually fix it completely.
oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna have to conclude that we haven't really got our fingers quite on the pulse of it yet. But I'll look into it a little bit, and if I think it warrants, I'll just make a video on it. I've got to end the live stream now. So in Zoom, say your goodbyes.
Doug,
Okay.
I send you the PDF, yes?
Yes, please, to my email address.
Yep, perfect. I do that.
Okay.
Goodbye.
All right. Good night, John
Bye-bye.
Boy. Goodbye. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around. And go back here to do a goodbye to the audience. Thank you for being with us today. I think it got a little bit too rapid fire in that stuff I was trying to show, but I was wanting to gauge interest, and I did see interest in the chat room, particularly for re-enabling the registry backups and system restore. So I think that might warrant dedicated videos on those two topics. So have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.